Yo, 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 what's going on, man? What's going on? Come on in and talk to us,
It's a lot going on, Smitty. It's a lot.
man. It's man, and look, it's past 12 o'clock. So, my boy want to jump on this topic with me. And then some more news came up. So we're
Man,
gonna talk about these two quick topics, man. Knock them out right quick, cause trust me, y'all know what we do, man. We give y'all the straight truth when we do these things. And the crazy thing about it, Chris, it just seems like every time something come up and we be done talked about it, we be done said something about it before.
mm-hmm.
So, man, all right, Mike, what's up, man? What's good? Ski, what's up?
Going on, everybody? Chat, what it do?
Miss Stephanie, John Kemp, Mario Brown, RB, what's good, man? And they talk about Ray Ray because that was gonna be that's the topic. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Pitts gonna be the topic, but that Ray Ray news kind of it didn't shock us. We were just waiting on it because we both said, down the road, um, we could see Ray Ray coming out and saying something, and down the road came pretty fast. 6-7, what's up, man?
What's good,
Mr. Red
everybody?
Hot, what's good? What's good? But tell the people what's up, man. I don't want to be rude.
Hey, man, what's going on, everybody? You already know pop up style on y'all, but we was still going to talk about Kyle Pitts. And then, just like you said, man, some more stuff started coming down. And I've been kind of like monitoring social media and just seeing how the whole thing has just been unfolding. It's a lot going on right now behind the scenes.
Right,
But at the end of the day, if you're a Falcons fan, you kind of rooting for it, to be honest.
right.
It,
And
it
shout out to
may
my girl. My bad, my bad. Go ahead.
not just
Talk
say
to
it
me
may
now.
sound ugly, but it's the truth. What you got?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to my girl Beezy, man, and shout out to Miss Carey, man, two female Falcon fans. Um,
Salute.
they tagged me in this post on Twitter, man. Miss Beezy did, but look, Kyle Pitts, Mark Ramundi. I hope I can get his name right. I think that's his
Mhm.
name. He put up a post about Kyle Pitts is well, not Kyle Pitts, but Zach Robinson gave him an idea. What he thought about Kyle Pitts, and this is what he thought. Let me get that off screen right fast. He Zach Robinson says Kyle Pitts has made huge strides from last season and became our number one guy that we're targeting. And it should have been like that from the start. But my reply to it, y'all see it on the screen. He's not worth 16 to 18 million, and I'm gonna stick with that, and I'm gonna roll with it. Y'all can put in the chat how y'all feel about it. But Miss Maggie, what's good? But y'all tip how
Hey,
y'all
how
feel.
you
Twan,
doing?
what's good?
How you?
Tonio,
What's
what's good, man? 8-2, what's good? Miss Christie.
Louis?
But yeah, he's not worth 16 to 18 million. Let's keep it real. But the reason why I said it and then I let Chris, go. Well, no, I let Chris go first. What you got, Chris? Because
Oh,
I put my tweet up, so I let you go.
oh, well, shoot. I was just, I'm sorry, I was laughing at the comment that Zach Robinson said. It was the ending for me. I mean, okay, he has made huge strides. We've seen that one point in time. Kyle Pitts is one of our most consistent guys, and then from last season, it has become our number one guy that we're targeting. Newsflash: he's the only guy that's really to be targeted. There is no Drake London, but whatever. It's just words. I'm just like okay. I mean, of course he's the number one target now. Then Darnell Mooney is not really giving you much like that right now too. He looks disengaged. So and Kirk Cousins' arm, kind of ain't getting him the ball too. So and Darnell Mooney is also dropping passes. So it's a lot of things going on with that. So yeah, Kyle Pitts is your number one guy, the number one guy you're
Should have been
targeting.
that. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Should have been that anyway. 4-5 speed. Can't be guarded. Yeah, he should have been that anyway, but y'all don't know how to put him into the game plan. And that came up because as I looked at franchise tight end this year, it went up $2 million both years this year,
Mhm.
and the franchise tag is going to be anywhere from 16 to 18 million next year.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
have on the depth chart. I say hell no. So what you could do is you offer him a deal before the new league year comes, and if he take it or leave it, that's something you got to deal with. But you look at the production. He's on pace to set a new career record with catches. But you look at the yards, he barely had 600 yards. He's like 9.7.
That's kind of been the story of Kyle Pitts' career in Atlanta outside of his rookie season, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And you think about it also, too, like just taking the whole thing about the Falcons out of it. Okay, what are you paying him as? Because, I mean, we're putting up there as tight end, but if I'm Kyle Pitts, and if I'm matter of fact, if I'm Kyle Pitts' agent, I'm saying, look, Kyle, I understand, the tight end and all that stuff like that, but these guys don't necessarily really use you as a tight end. You got to go after wide receiver money. And I'm not paying him that. So you have that situation, but let's just go ahead and say that he is willing to take the tight end deal. I agree with you, Smitty. 16 to 18 mil is an absolute no for me. That's way too high for not only for the production, but just also the body language, the disengagement, on the field, the blocking. He's not the best blocker as well. Again, we talked about Cade Otton. I'd probably kind of be looking at him in the division rival. Definitely can get some intel on those guys over there from the Bucks. So I kind of would be more so to go after him, have him and Charlie Warner, and have two of the best blocking tight ends to block for that run game. That's what I'd be thinking about. But again, fam, I like Kyle Pitts, but it's 16 to 18 mil. That's tough. That's tough.
And you talked about what you're gonna pay him as. You got to keep it at tight end, because if you look at it, the non-exclusive franchise tag for a wide receiver is $23.98 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that number is going to go anywhere from 25 to 27 next year. And I know we get a salary raise every year, but are you willing to spend that on a guy that's too, up and down, not consistent, gives up on plays at times, not that good of a blocker? And I can go on and on. And the best reason why I would not do it, because you're not going to game plan for him. You're not going to give him the attention that he needs as far as put him into the game plan and him making a difference on this team. Now, if Michael Penix would come back next year, I would absolutely think about it. But since we don't know what the quarterback situation is going to look like, we don't know what the head coaching situation is going to look like, and that money is going to be straight off top. There's no signing bonus in that. If it's 16 to 18 million, that's going to be right off top of your salary cap. As the point is, you sign him to let's just say a 3-year, $36 million deal, 24 guaranteed. You don't have to pay the guaranteed money plus the sign bonus. But when it's franchise tag non-exclusive, you got to put it straight off top, no cuts. So this is why I say they have a decision to make. And like we talked about with Cade Otton last night, that's a guy I would definitely look at. Because if you talk about like Tony Riley, a guy like Dawson Knox, Charlie Kolar, Mark Andrews, who just got paid. And to me, Kyle Pitts is not even in the category with him. George Kittle, we talk about tight end that can block. And then look, what pissed me off the most, you got a guy in Las Vegas and Brock Bowers who's not even a quarter of what you making, but producing more. So if you just look at things like that, that make me say, hell no. But go ahead, my bad.
I got something even worse than that for you.
Go ahead.
Why do you think it's another reason why we drafted Drake London? To block.
Right.
If Kyle Pitts was able to do that, you would be, I'm not saying you wouldn't draft Drake, but my thing is you see what you have and you like, okay, we need to somehow somebody that's a little bit better in the blocking scheme. Okay, Drake London is that guy. And then also, again, I know, say it's got to be tight end for me as well, but I really feel like you can replace that. Now, yes, I understand injuries. I do understand quarterback situation. I feel like we've all, as a fan base, given Kyle Pitts that grace with the injury, coming back, trying to get healthy, quarterback situation. Okay, we got that. But regardless, everything else, drops, fumbling the ball, giving it to the other people, bouncing off your hands, you know what I'm saying, going to the other people. Just drop passes, route running, like I said, disengagement. And again, the main thing is he is not the focal point. He hasn't been the focal point since he's been drafted. His rookie year is the focal point. Once we started adding more skilled players and guys who are good at their job to get the ball, you know what Kyle Pitts remind me of? Kyle Pitts reminds me of John Collins. Because
you went there, huh?
I'm just saying, the reason why I say that is because John Collins was a focal point of the Atlanta Hawks. But once they started adding different guys, bringing in different guys, and John Collins wasn't the first, second, or third option. That's my point. He became like the fourth option on the team. You look at Kyle Pitts right now. Kyle Pitts is after Drake. Kyle Pitts is after Bijan. So he's not the focal point. He's like the third or fourth option. And then that even depends on opponent, scheme, how the defense is playing. So, that's what it just reminds me of.
Hey, Ghost Pepper, I agree. It might be time for someone else. Nephew say you interested in David Njoku. I think he'll be a free agent after the year because they voided the last year of his deal. He's coming off a 4-year, $54 million deal, so he's in the last year of that deal. I could absolutely see it, but the thing about it, and David Njoku is probably going to want the same amount that Kyle Pitts is want. So that's why I said you go out and find a tight end like a K. Auden that's very affordable, that you getting the same thing with Pitts and blocking added on to that. So David Njoku would be interesting because I think Harry Fanning took that spot in Cleveland. You saw it last Sunday. Yeah, that's true, Twan. They do have drops. Go ahead, Chris. Put that back up.
No, I was just about to say, he said Pitt's only 25, but respectfully, how old was John? But my thing is, bro, we are 3 years removed now from John Collins not being here. Collins is 28. That means he was 25 when all that was going on with him. And that's what I understand. You draft him as the highest tight end. He does have ability. He does have capability of doing amazing things. We just haven't seen it on the field consistently for how we drafted him. The effort on the field is not consistent. It doesn't seem like he's just out there sometimes he's just out there just running because he knows he's possibly not getting the ball. Yeah, thanks. Kyle blocks sometimes, but again, yes, not worth $16 million. If we can bring that number down, you know what? I'll be respectful. I'll say 11 or 12. Then now we're talking about something. But 16, nah. And honestly, you're twisting my arm if you start talking about 13. But that's just me.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's what we get right now. That's sad. You saying that. But let me put this. Yeah, that's very, very true. But can Brock Bowers use that excuse?
Man, no, he can't, because Brock Bowers had Geno Smith. But before that, you think about it, last year he had what it was, Aiden O'Connell or something like that.
Right.
Shoot, man, right. That's what I'm saying. Like he's
gonna have Kenny Pickett Sunday. Right.
Think about that. He had Desmond Ridder last year. He had I forgot the other guy too that they had. So that's what I'm saying. He had a revolving door, but he still put up numbers. But you think about it again, Brock Bowers is in a similar situation Kyle Pitts was in too. Understand the quarterback. I'm just talking about being like the focal point of the offense.
Facts.
That's the point that I'm saying. That's the situation Brock is in right now. He's the focal point. If you was to throw Jamar Chase over there, Justin Jefferson over there, guess who role gets diminished just a little bit? It would be Brock Bowers. So that's what I'm saying. Like, again, it goes back to my point about him not being the focal point of this offense. Kyle Pitts, I don't believe, unless guys are just hurt, just like they are now, that's the only time that Kyle Pitts is going to be the number one again, or even the number two.
Yeah, I agree. Darnell Washington, he a blocking tight end, 6'7", 300 pounds. But as far as catching, he's only a red zone target. He does catch, balls from time to time. And
I do
he
like
after number 4. He just there's no, ill will towards him. It's just that we haven't seen that number 4 pick energy. Like Luster, sometimes he be looking like, man, the hell with it. But right price, but he's not going to be the highest paid.
Mm-mm.
What I'm saying, you got to pick and choose who you're gonna pay. And we've been saying that, and he's not one of. Guess what? You that
already said,
and he just watching the big dude, man. Hey, John Marino, I've been saying Kansas City for 2 years, but go ahead, Chris.
Hey, no, I'm saying, hey, you have been saying it. I can see it. I thought maybe last year it may have been a trade, possibly, that one of them third rounders for Kyle Pitts, but it didn't, it didn't formulate. But at the same time, you look at it too, man. Darnell Washington, I like Darnell Washington. By the way, if there's a way, I would go get Darnell Washington as well.
And that would be much at all. That wouldn't be much at all.
Bro, I'd do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. My thing is, you gotta remember, bro, we got production from Jonnu Smith. Remember Mikael, Lord have mercy. Not because I want to say Laquel London, but that wasn't his name. The other tight end that we had.
He was Levine Toloto.
No, I'm talking about the same time we had Jonnu Smith. It was Mikael. Oh God.
Oh, you talking about yeah. What's his name?
Somebody help me.
Yeah, he actually led us in touchdowns a couple years ago.
Yeah, because he went.
Mikael Pruitt, that's his name.
Yes, Mikael Pruitt. That's what I'm saying. Like, you had guys like that being productive, catching touchdowns, making blocks, making plays. So it's like, why can't we? Yeah, Michael Pruitt and everything. But yes, it's just like, so if I'm seeing this from these guys, these type of guys, like, why can't I necessarily get the maximum out of Kyle Pitts? And some of it is coaching, but you got to hold the player accountable too, because we have seen it. So again, man, go ahead, Smitty.
This is the thing, Mark. This is a great point. Let him go somewhere else. Let other coaches going to show you why he's the 4th pick. But are those other teams willing to pay that kind of money? And he may have to take less if he goes somewhere else. Because we gonna shortchange him. He may give on a prove it deal. He'll pay a $7-8 million deal. He'll probably do that just to prove himself. Now, if he does that, oh yeah, I'd do it all day. But if you get to that franchise tag point, he talking about franchise tag, no. Hell,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
$54 million times 4 is about what, 14 million a year? No, less than that. Is about 13 and a half, somewhere in there. So if he making that and he's putting up better number than Kyle Pitts, there's no way I'm going on. So if Kyle Pitts is smarter, he wants to stay put and be comfortable here. See, can you pick yourself up?
No, facts, bro. Bro, again, for me, I've already said it multiple times. Give me Tyler Algier. I'd rather sign Tyler Algier. Again, I can go get me a tight end. I just feel like it's just not going to work out with Kyle Pitts. I don't feel like it will in Atlanta. I do feel like, honestly, he needs a change of scenery. It may actually reinvent and rejuvenate his career. Again, you hate losing weapons and everything like that, but honestly, I just feel like the door and the chapter is closing in Atlanta for Kyle Pitts. We can definitely be wrong, and the front office could be like, no, Kyle Pitts is going to be here. We're going to get a deal done, etc. And if they do for the right price, then cool. But regardless, for what I've seen and for his role on the team, the importance and what number he is as far as like receiving the ball and everything, I think the best thing maybe for him is to move on.
Yeah, I mean that to me, that's absolutely true. And Jew, they don't feature him enough. We've been saying that God knows how long. He should have been a feature point before they even drafted Drake.
That's the whole point.
Because with Travis Kelce since Tyreek Hill left, that lets you know that Andy Reid has built a game plan around Travis Kelce. He's not the fastest, but he's one of those guys going to use his body, his leverage with his body. He's going to use, his holes in the routes. And the sad part about that, Kyle Pitts works out with Travis Kelce, what he did a couple of years ago. He didn't work out with anybody this year because he said he was focusing on this season and on his craft. And he's made some plays this year. But he also dropped some balls that could have been game changers for the Falcons. So until he figures out what he wants to do as a player, whether he wants to be great or not, you let him figure that out somewhere else.
True. And you think about it as well. We talk about this now, but I feel like we're going to be revisiting a lot of these topics again in the offseason, especially because we don't know exactly what's going to happen with the coaching change. Of course, us amongst ourselves, us Falcon fans, not talking about the general media, but us as Falcon fans, we can see the writing on the wall. Fact. And we're going to get into, more of that writing on the wall and on social media in 1 second. But again, this Raheem Morris, there seems like there's no way that he's going to stay. But until it's official, we can't really make a lot of these decisions until we know who's going to be the coach, who's going to be the coordinator, et cetera, et cetera. So we still kind of are in limbo, Smitty.
Yeah. Hey, look, it don't get no simpler than that, man. I'm telling you. But Miss Ambisa said she want me to get Ray Ray on the show. I would love that, boy. I would love that. More than talk about that, bro. Mm-hmm. Trust me. But let's get into this other topic right quick, man, so we can let y'all get back to y'all day, because I know y'all probably had a long day working. But Mr. Ray Ray McCloud, we knew down the road that some was going to come out, because me and Chris extensively after we did a show down the road, tell you, and it seems like something when we talk about it just finds a way to find its really on time, but right, because they just got exposed.
Definitely got exposed. It's quite sad.
Raheem Morris ego. Go ahead. I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just laughing. I was like, it's quite sad, honestly.
What can be more sad though? Look, I'm telling you, bro. It's just great. I just don't get this quick. I'm screening for Ken and because I knew exactly what he was talking about. So on Instagram, and look, it's there. Mm-hmm. If you want to read it, it off to him, Chris, go ahead. But Maria Martin put the tweet up, said Ray Ray McCloud posted and lengthy IG, wrapping it up with God always sheds light to the truth because it was never performance based. And if y'all read between the lines of that lets y'all know he just saying it point blank, and it's my opinion that karma has struck Raheem Morris. That's all he's saying. But what you think, Chris? What you got?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I mean, as you see, these past few months have been the toughest battle emotionally. I think the most interesting thing was the fact that if you look at the post, he had pictures of him as a Falcon. He has pictures of him as a Giant, regular pictures of himself, but there's also a picture of Ike Hilliard. If you go to the post, it's on Ray Ray McCloud social media. I think it's still up. I don't think he took it down or anything, because I think this is his what they call his naked truth here. and his naked thoughts or whatever you want to use, pause regardless. But this is still what he's thinking, and this is how he feels. And you think about it, this has been building up, because if you've been looking and paying attention, Ray Ray has been kind of like saying little things here and there the whole time. But outside of the whole Ike Hiller being a picture on that post, you think about it, these players, they're checking out. I mean, you give support to a player when he's in his trying times and everything, and I get that. But I'm also reading between the lines. A lot of current players commented something on this post. Love, brother, handshake with the muscle sign, regardless. So, I mean, regardless of it, you still are agreeing with what Ray Ray is saying in the post, even outside of God. That's what I'm looking at. God always sheds the light on the truth because it was never performance-based. And Ray Ray has even said, I wish somebody would have came and talked to me. Then there's more to it, Smitty, because I don't know if you guys saw Kadero Hodges' post, but Chris Blair started it off with the "We Haven't Forgot" twin, and showing that Kadero Hodge, what he did in overtime versus the Tampa Bay Bucks on Thursday night, So he posted that. We ain't forgot. Kadero Hodge retweets it and reposts it saying, somebody did, but keeps his mouth closed.
Right.
I'm just saying, man, you're saying a lot without having to say anything at all.
Yeah. And think about it. The reason why Kadero Hodge is saying what he's saying, he's been a healthy scratch the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
So that lets you know that not only was that wide receiver room messed up, but the entire coaching staff, well, not the entire coaching staff, but those two guys, as I said in that video I put out a little bit earlier, those two guys are the reason why this team is falling apart, because of their egos. And honestly, Zach Robinson don't even have a reason to have an ego. He ain't even been coached long enough to have an ego. So this is buddy system, like this high school shit, and that the clicking up is just like that. So Ray Ray exposed that. Ike was about to expose that, and they got
Remember what I said, Schmidt?
You knows nothing that's already, what we see. We know what was going on. It was just telling. Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No, I was just saying, remember what I had said. And by the way, y'all, StreamYard is terrible today right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm going to write a letter or email or something. They got to hear from me today. They are terrible today. But
it's screwing up bad. But go ahead, my
yeah. We're trying to navigate through it. So we're not necessarily cutting each other off on purpose. It's seeming like on my end that Smitty is done, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? Because of StreamYard and vice versa.
Yeah, delay. It's a delay.
Yeah. So but yeah, remember I said about it. I think Ike Hiller was honestly challenging Raheem. And because of that, it's like, okay, chain of command, you're down here, I'm up here, head coach. This is what we're doing. You don't appreciate that? Okay, well, whatever then. You can go ahead and get to the exit the door. Hey guys, right. You know what I'm saying? We're getting rid of Ike. Wait a minute, we're against that. Well, this is the direction that we're going to go in because I'm the head coach. We're not going to have this guy in here disrupting our organization, disrupting our locker room. I can hear all that being said, but at the same time, he was a player coach. These guys nearly had 1,000 yards together, Drake and Darnell Mooney last year. I don't just think it's just all coming from just, saying what's happening on the field. It's happening before you get on the field, in the practice, in the film rooms. Whatever Ike was selling these wide receivers, they were buying it. That's the point.
Facts. Yeah. And this is the reason why we made this point, a couple of months ago when this happened. When you have a guy that helped you get to the pinnacle of your the biggest point of your career, like last year, like Chris just said, with his yards. Last year, he probably had more reception yards he had last year than the rest of the season he's been in the league combined. Because we always knew Ray Ray as a punt returner, kick returner. That's it. Probably put it in Zach Robinson's ear that hey, we can probably use this guy to slot. This guy can make plays. He has speed. He can stretch the field, and he done that. For you to come back this year and cut his playing time and not factor into the game plan says a lot that you didn't really care what Ike Hilliard thought. And as I told y'all, Ike Hilliard is one of the best wide receiver coaches in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But for you to have an ego and pretty much say, we're going to do it my way, so you got to go. So what about Zach Robinson doing it his way and he's still fucking up, excuse my language, fucking up right now, and you don't have the same energy? Come on now. I mean, if you're going to have one scapegoat and you're going to say that we not doing what we supposed to do, what his favorite saying is, we got to get it straight. We got to get it right.
We got to find a way.
We got to find a way.
So I'll tell you what,
go ahead.
We got to find. Now I was about to say, I tell you what, Falcon fans, we got to find a way to encourage this fan base. Encourage this front office to do the fan base a solid and go ahead and cut ties and cut the losses while they can. Because this thing is getting messy. This thing is getting ugly. My thing is, let me talk about it from a different point of view real quick, Smitty. Because hypothetically speaking, for all we know, this could all be a publicity thing, right? Like Ray Ray could just be causing this. You know what I'm saying? Because of what happened with his release and all that stuff like that. It could be that. I
wouldn't doubt that. Go ahead.
But because everything is so dismal, so messy in Atlanta in the first place, and the way that transpired and the way that things are going, because you look at the special teams coach, he's still here. Why? So, I'm just saying, like, it's so messy that how could you not believe what Ray Ray's saying? So regardless, it's a darn if you do, darn if you don't situation. He could be lying, but it sounds like the truth.
Yeah.
Because everything else is so messy in Atlanta.
But if you tell the lie and putting God's name in it, boy, you got to be some type of miserable.
People do.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
you got to be some kind of miserable though. If you do that, let's just keep it funky.
Yeah, for sure.
If you doing that, you got to be a different kind of miserable.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I don't think he is. I'm just giving it from a different perspective, just for everybody.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We'll see how it turns out, because I know Raheem Morris they're gonna ask that question in the press conference, and he's gonna have to answer it, and he's probably gonna say,
I don't see that ending well with him. I don't think so, Ski. I don't think I don't think Ray Ray lying. I don't.
And if you think about exactly what he's saying, and you read what's been going on this season, and then the players getting benched, healthy scratches and all that, he was gonna do that Ray Ray too. And Ray Ray spoke out about it. This is why he's speaking out.
Yeah. Yes, please hit that like button for
my bad, Nando. Watch your profanity.
The language was appropriate though, man. Dumpster juice right now of a franchise. Like, again, man, we are right there with the Jets, whatever feels like, because even the Browns been to the playoffs more recently than we have. The Jets, like, the only guy, they're like 14, 15 years and counting. But
right.
I don't want to get that far. Like, I'm ready to end this thing, okay? It's time to get back to the playoffs, time to get back to playoff games, you know what I'm saying? Being able to host playoff games. Bro, we haven't hosted a playoff game since the Dome. But
did you tell them that Michael Penix liked the post too?
Yes, Michael. Yeah, I did comment about the Ghost, but yeah, Michael Penix liked the post. Like I said, and commented. You seen Chris Blair on there. You see Kadero Hodge on there. Casey Washington was on there.
Another healthy scratch.
Yes. I'm trying to think of just who all was on there. I mean, Okay, I didn't scroll all the way down, but I know AJ Terrell. Like I said, he commented he was like one of the top ones, along with Michael Penix. I didn't see anything from Bijan, but again, I didn't scroll all the way down. But I didn't see Bijan.
Yeah, same dude, man. He guard based, man. I don't think he'll say that. He'll hold his
Yeah, I
peace.
don't think so either.
I
I
don't
don't.
think he'll get into that because he even said it. He's not even on social media like that.
Yeah, he
So
stays
yeah,
away
so
from
I get it.
talking to the devil,
Right. So,
which it is.
but again, this is just something you have to look at as, like I said earlier. This is something that I feel like was the nail in the coffin. I feel like this is what sealed his fate with the Atlanta Falcons because players coming out saying, and then other players that are still on the team backing it up. You got to know that your social media team is putting it out there because me and Chris talked about social media the last couple of days about something that happened with him, and they looking. Trust me, they looking, and the social media team is going to report it. So how can he even defend this if they asked him the question? How could he defend it?
He can't, bro. He's gonna defer it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those situations to where it be like how he went off on Rob Tribble last year. It may be something like that if somebody, especially don't let D-Led ask the question. Oh
Oh
Lord,
my God, we
don't
already
let.
know that guy. We
Oh
know what
God,
that gonna be.
no, it's another media nightmare for no reason. It's just you can still answer a question respectfully, even if you are kind of like trying to decline it. You know,
Oh yeah, D Sloan. Yeah, you saw it with Ray Ray McCloud. What did I say before he got released? I said it's just a matter of time. Because usually when these healthy scratches, and we thought Casey Washington was going to be able to help this group, but concussions that railroad him. And when he got healthy, I don't know what happened on the practice field, but I guess it was he said whatever happens on the practice field predicts who's going to play on Sunday, which is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Because what if a guy plays good? I'm sorry, practice good, but get on the field Sunday, he's total trash. You got to know from coaching, you got to know from week to week if he's getting better, if he's not getting better. You shouldn't say nothing about practice, predicts who's going to play. That's stupid. That just shows you can't even scout what's going on your field. Come on, man.
you're right.
He just got to do better.
Oh. I agree, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, it's too late. It's too late to do better. Like, this is your second opportunity, and I really feel like you blew it. You did it your way, though. At the end of the day, you can't go to bed. You can't go to the grave, wherever it is. You're saying that you did it all your way. I can definitely say that. But your way just didn't work. Your way didn't produce.
Tay said he met Ray Ray, and he doesn't seem like, his character is messed up like that. And he a very good judge of character. You can usually tell, man.
And again, I'm not saying that Ray Ray is lying. I personally, Chris Tip Moore, do not think that Ray Ray is lying about any of this. The only reason why I even brought that perspective to the light was just, again, there may be somebody in the chat or maybe somebody that listens to this after we are not live and say, hey, man, he could be lying about it all. And I mean, maybe, who knows? But at the end of the day, the Falcons are so messy right now. It regardless, even if he was lying, it could still be the truth. But I don't think he's lying at all.
Yeah, but Ski, I'm telling you, if Marcus Williams doing a hell of a job, why is hell is out here out of a job?
Doesn't make sense.
Just answer that.
My thing is, you could have gotten rid of Williams, and it goes back to decisions like last year with Kurt. You could have got rid of Williams weeks ago, before the 100-yard, return. You could have got rid of him after the Colts game. You could have got rid of him after the Patriots, after the 49ers game. Heck, even after the Buffalo game, and we won that.
Yeah.
So, again, you had weeks on top of weeks to make a change. You did not. Same thing with Kurt last year. You had weeks upon weeks. Forget what the injury report is saying. What does your eyes say? Your
Yeah,
eyes have to say
exactly.
that this man was not.
Exactly. But y'all don't want to get on the Michael Penix situation. I'm gonna tell you the reason why Michael Penix like that post. Because he knows Zach Robinson held him back. He kind of knows that what we talked about a couple of weeks ago about him possibly being sabotaged. He knows that it wasn't the right fit for him in that system and what they were doing. Because think about it. If Kirk Cousins comes in the very first game, stays up on the center 50% of the game, and I don't think Michael Penix did it for the entire season up to that point. So just think about it. If you can do one thing with one quarterback and not the other, how are you helping that guy? If you preaching one thing to one thing, one thing to another, and then he told a lie and said, well, Kurt just came in and we went over a couple of plays that he liked and he did this and he did that. But I ain't never heard you say that about Michael Penix, that y'all went over plays that he liked. Y'all just throw him in the system that y'all felt like he fit because he ran in college.
Mm-hmm.
Every quarterback
it's almost like yeah, we're going to develop you under what we want to call for you so you can do the things we want you to do.
Exactly.
You know, that's what it's more so sound like. I don't think that the offense was catered to Michael Penix or really any quarterback. I think it really was just more so for the coordinator, and it's just Kurt is the more experienced one, so he can gain all that mumbo jumbo, you know what I'm saying, more so than, Michael Penix. But again, it's so much that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know, that we still don't know. We got an idea, but we don't know. But this right here has to be the final nail in the coffin. No, we're not going to say the final nail in the coffin, because the final nail in the coffin may be still to come, Smitty. We got a game tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, that is blood. Look, you get blew out by 30 points in a matter of 4 days. Ain't no reason they're keeping him. Ain't no reason. If you get blown out by 30 points in a 4-day period, what's the point in keeping that? That's the player saying to hell with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dre, first play up now. When you needed him, you didn't put him on the field. You went with what's his name? Dylan Drummond and Davis and Seals.
David Steels.
You went with those guys over a proven veteran.
Kurt wanted Steels though.
Yeah, but they worked on it. He wanted both of those guys because they were on a scout team together. But my thing is, if you let power, what was wrong with you giving Michael Penix any power? Even though he's a second-year player, he should have to say something on what go on. Let's be real.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You making sense. I'm with you when you're right, fam.
Hey man, I'm about to get high as a pot of damn grits in a minute.
Yeah,
and that ain't even my damn style, man. So when I get mad, hey boy, y'all gonna hit.
It just because it doesn't make any sense. It's like that. You know what that is? That's your logic attacking you, Smitty. And I understand, because my logic be whooping my head every time. Even when I try to defend some things, my logic just be that don't make sense. So again, and a lot of this.
Think about it, Chris. Think about it. This is another reason why when they hired him, this is why I knew it was a mistake. He had a quarterback in Tampa named Josh Freeman, young quarterback.
Didn't do nothing with him.
It was, I think, his second or third season. He threw 30 touchdown passes. And after that, he just fell off. Kind of like what Michael Penix did from 3 games last year to this year. It's like they just lost track of how to use him, what his strengths were. Because Josh Freeman had a NFL caliber arm. He had a Cam Newton build. He was about 6'5", about 250. He's a big dude. And after he fell off in Tampa, he really never played. He played, I think he went to another team. I think it was the Giants, I'm not mistaken, but he just went never the same.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know you had problem with quarterbacks coming into Atlanta, and they draft a quarterback and you have a veteran, it shows that you don't know what the hell you're doing when it comes to quarterbacks. So you go out and get a first-year guy for a quarterback knowing the trouble you had in Tampa Bay, and you still don't fix it. But see, that's what I keep telling y'all. With Raheem Morris, is ego. It's ego-driven. This is why he didn't bring in the proper personnel to coach around him. He want to be Mr. Right all the time. He want yes men. As a coach or a GM or owner, you can't have that. Because if you have that and you wrong and they solidify that you wrong, that's when shit go wrong. So I'm just telling y'all, man, this could have came out a whole lot better. But ego. And now, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. If they draft a quarterback in 2027, which they could be doing because new coach could come in, or if he comes back, we looking at the same type season that we had this year. So a new quarterback in the draft, depending on where we fall at, could be coming to Atlanta in 2027, whether it's free agency or whether it's a draft. But if he's here, it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean, you just, and that's so crazy, bro. Like to be possibly, we're not yet, but possibly to be in this situation to where we are having a revolving door at quarterback. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Double salute. Matter of fact, no, triple salute to Iron Matt Ryan. Because the one thing about it, I wasn't podcasting. I know Smitty was, but just for people who are fans of Matt Ryan, you knew that it was going to be a challenge trying to replace just the availability. Forget any of the numbers, forget any of the, forget anything that Matt Ryan could do. Just think about the availability, the durability. And right now we're looking for that availability and that durability at quarterback, regardless.
Yeah, and the bad part about it, Chris, Matt Ryan still gets more hate than damn body. Man, that's the sad part. See, y'all, boy, I might eat me an extra batch of chicken wing tonight. Man. It done pissed me off.
We just got to get better, bro. We got to get better from the top to the bottom. Again, I go with it again.
But, bro, like we talked about, how can you get better when the owner keep making the same damn mistakes?
Yeah. Over and over again.
You still got Elmer Fudd right there beside you, and I'm talking about Rich McKay. You still got Terry Fontenot. To me, he's a yes man because he don't have the power that he should have as a GM. Then you still going out trying to get flashy players that you feel like can put butts in seats. Donnell, what's up, my guy? You still going out getting flashy players that put butts in seats instead of going out and get proven players that gonna win football games. You mean to tell me Kirk Cousins was the best option out there? You could have went and got Jameis Winston and did what he did. Let's keep it real. We know Jameis Winston ain't gonna be scared to make nail throw. Whoever open, that's who he gonna throw to. You saw what he did a couple of weeks ago, threw for 300 some yards, down there 400 yards in one game.
Zay, my dream turned into a nightmare. Please do not let me relive that. Oh God,
boy, that had to be the most piss poor.
Oh God,
that had to be the most piss poor decision. If you gonna, man, oh my God, you had Michael Parsons and Jamar Chase sitting right there, but you take a fucking tight end, and I knew it was coming. I knew it because just like what's his name? Who they drafted a couple? Bijan. When they drafted Bijan, that offseason, they fixed every position but the running back. When they drafted Kyle Pitts, Julio had just left. And guess what? We need another playmaker. But Jamar Chase is sitting right there in your damn lap. We've been complaining about edge rushers for God knows how long. Michael Parsons sitting right there. But you go with Kyle Pitts.
if I was anywhere that had any power or any say so, and in that draft, just that, I don't want no other draft. Just give me that draft. If I had any power, I promise you, we wouldn't even be talking about Kyle Pitts because he never would have been an Atlanta Falcon. I'd have had. I'm sorry, Joe, you would have not had your wide receiver. Jamar Chase would have been in Atlanta, not in Cincinnati. Point blank period for me.
Said Kirk Cousins might very well be starting quarterback next season, y'all.
Yep, that's true. We've been talking about
if
it here.
Raheem comes back, and Chris said it already. Chris said it 2-3 weeks ago. But if that's the case, and he's quarterback, that means Raheem is coming back. That means it's going to be the same thing next season. That means another 5-year setback. Because guess what? If we don't fix the problem this year with the coaching and the players and the talent that we have on this team, more players are going to be gone next year, and it's probably going to be the player that you like the most. This is why I've been saying Drake London, Bijan Robinson, nobody off limits. Because they stick with Raheem, that's damn sure going to be the case. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. If he comes back next year, Kirk Cousins, he's on the old, $10 million guaranteed and the $35 million cap. Look. Woo, boy. Y'all talking about stupid. This will be probably one of the most dumbest moves in NFL history when it goes down finally. Once you get it off the books, let's just keep it like that.
I still say, bro, pimp slap. I'm gonna talk about slap up too, with the backhand and a little arch. If this same regime is here next year, and when I say that, I'm not including necessarily Terry, even though Terry and Raheem are joined at the hip. But I'm telling y'all, man, Terry could be cut too. Terry possibly can be fired, man. I'm telling y'all, like, some people are out there saying Terry is safe and all this stuff, but Terry is not safe. He is not.
Right. But Donnell said Raheem coming back, he put in capital letters. And I got to trust what he's saying. He's an insider. He got inside news. He knows. And I put his business out there, but he knows something that we don't know. But if he comes back, y'all best believe them ticket prices finna let them drop like soap on the floor. They finna slip and slide.
Hey, it's crazy. Zeno said the same thing though. Zeno saying the same things that Darnell is saying. He gets the sense that Raheem is gonna be back.
It just doesn't make sense. You can't pay me enough money to believe that he hadn't gave y'all a reason that he should come back. He only won one game after a 3-2 start, and he might not even win another game the rest of the season.
That's the crazy thing. He really may not.
Yeah, they did have Arthur Smith for 3 seasons. That was stupid too. But as I look back on it, it wasn't all Arthur's fault. He didn't have the talent that he needed.
He didn't.
He had way less talent on the last year that he was here than they have on this team right now. Mm-hmm. And the one person that's on this team is LaKale London that was on that team then. Think about it.
We ain't had Catavia Street.
Yeah, that's when he came.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, man, but still.
That's the point I'm gonna make. Yeah, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
So I mean, look. Boy, this shit aggravates the hell out of me. But yeah, Kyle Pitts, will they make that big decision? It just depends on what kind of contract he's looking at. Because I'm sure before the new league year hits, they're gonna have a meeting with him to see where his head's at and see what number he's looking at. Then we'll know by March 13th. And Ray Ray McCloud exposed everything what's going on. This is the reason why I think he shouldn't come back. If a player is alive and then other players are agreeing with it, that lets you know it's a problem in the locker room. It's divided. I'm sure not all players are out on him, Morris. But if AJ Terrell, Michael Penix is liking that post, they two of your key players. They out on it. They don't want to play for him no more. Let's keep it real. So hey, but another quick pop up, man. Chris, let them know where to find you, my guy.
Hey man, A1 Forever Sports. That's the platform on YouTube. Please come over and be a part of the A1 Forever family. Love to have you. Also, make sure you catch me on the Hawks Digest as well. Rumors swirling from Shams. Shams don't open up his mouth and open up a can of worms. And now the Atlanta Hawks are involved in possible talks. Maybe we'll see what happens, what the Dallas Mavericks want to do. But Anthony Davis in Atlanta, hey, it's a possibility. But talked about it on Hawks Digest. So make sure you guys go over and check out that video and what Shams had to say and everything, especially just everything that's going forward, even with Trae Young, etc. With contracts, it's a lot. But also Twitter, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Thank you to everybody in the chat. As always, double salute to you guys. Without y'all, you know, there is no live. So we appreciate y'all always coming through, taking out the time out of y'all day. Y'all could be doing different things, and y'all probably are still doing things while y'all listening to us. And, you know, but we still appreciate you, you know, giving us an ear. And, you know, always thank you for coming through.
Fact. And I got to show a little to Donnell Suggs, man. Thank you for, because I know you be in the building all the time, press conference, all that. So you know the vibe of the room. So I appreciate you stopping through, my guy. But y'all know where to catch me, man. Smitty Sports Machine. Pumping right now, so appreciate it. Also catch me on Twitter at fatboyslim_21. But y'all see it all the time. For showing me love. If I say something on the show, she'll post it, man. You said that, because there's some things you can just see. But if he comes back, Raheem comes back, I gotta be fine with it. But again, I'm not gonna be happy about it. But you know, and I said this too. If he does come back, it may be a simple fix. Just like he went out and got defensive coordinator, guess what? He can go out and get a play caller. And if they hire the right guy, if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, that guy takes over and his ass out the door. So if they make the right move, it could work out for the best. But we'll see. But for my boy Chris, this is your boy Antoine Smith signing off. Soon, man. Peace.